So I started this in order to empower and support veterans, athletes, and anybody in between. The struggle of uh, transitioning can be pretty harsh reality for some of us afterwards. Um, but a lot of us have that leadership in us because of our service. So I want to be able to empower veterans to use that and to be successful. Um, yeah, and today, Dan, I wanted to introduce you, the services you provide, and maybe we can help some other veterans as far as like franchising. And then if you can give us a little bit of a background and then maybe a success story or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Eddie, thank you very much for the introduction and the opportunity to speak to your audience. I can tell you that my background is really, I would consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I've always had this entrepreneurial spirit ever since I was a kid, creating a lawn service business. And then as I got into my primary career, which was was leadership within the organ donation and transplantation space, that's really where I spent the bulk of my career. I led a couple different organizations here on the East Coast, and then that actually led me to more of a structured entrepreneur opportunity, and that I was able to begin with a startup company based in Gothenburg, Sweden. They had a primary product that was used in every lung recovery in the United States. And then they developed this really awesome normal thermic, normal body temperature perfusion system that I led a team to get it to the point through clinical trial and FDA approval. It was an exciting time for me. And recently, I'd say a little over a year and a half ago, I decided to really branch out and become my own boss and become an entrepreneur again. And now I coach individuals through, I like to consider myself a Sherpa, if you will, right? I'm going to help people walk through this journey of discovery, education, and awareness on what it means to be a business owner. You know, not everybody has that desire or education on what it takes. And I choose the vehicle of um, franchises really as a way to introduce people to businesses because they give you a playbook of instructions on, you know what, Eddie, if you follow these instructions, you're going to be successful. In addition to that, there's a group of people that are there to support you on the foundation of your business. You know, experienced entrepreneurs, experienced franchise owners that are going to be there in more of a collaborative team based approach. But ultimately, you, the individual who buys the business, is putting value, adding income, adding wealth, adding equity to your bank account, not to somebody you work for. And you know, I one of the regrets I have in my life was not listening to my father when I was 18 and going to the military. I kind of I know for without a shadow of a doubt that I should have served, and I chose to. I guess I was fearful, or I was a coward, or whatever reason it was when I was
I think
18.
you're serving now. You're serving veterans now.
Yeah, I
Exactly. Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would answer your question about success stories or how I help specifically. The beautiful part is when a veteran works with me, I don't charge for my time coaching them. We spend about a half an hour over a course of maybe 6 weeks, half an hour a week are the sessions that I spend with my clients, and I'll learn a little bit about more about each client. They're going to gain some pretty significant insight into themselves as well,
Yeah.
and ultimately they're going to go and on a journey and they're going to learn, you know, what it means to own a specific business. They'll learn about the financials of the business, and then they'll actually get to talk to current owners of the business. And one of my friends within the field has always said, I don't know if he coined it or where he got it from, but discovery is undefeated, right? So if you're ready to explore,
Yeah.
the reality is you have nothing to lose, but a
Yeah.
lot to gain.
Yeah, and that's usually it's the fear, right? Of the unknown. I know for myself, right? That was a big fear about starting this movement is the unknown. Being an entrepreneur, understanding not only in my mission of trying to help, but also the business side of it, right? You have to have a good balance. What kind of so other than the financial aspects of like people not doing it and the fear, what are the kind of roadblocks can you help veterans through?
I mean, I think that the biggest fear is like, oh, I don't have enough money, or I don't know, I don't really know where to start, or
Hmm.
um, I don't really want to own a quote restaurant or a fast food business. And so that misconceptions, that collection of misconceptions usually stops people. And then, like you said it perfectly, you created your business to empower individuals to get to be their best selves again.
Hmm.
And I kind of do it similarly. The empowerment I give individuals is an education, right? When they learn about a particular possibility or business that I represent, and they're like, huh. A great example is a business that is literally a dog feces collection
I've
business.
seen that. Yeah, I've seen those.
And so, and so you're like, and most people are like, what do you mean you're going to tell me about this? I'm like, look, if it's going to fit your ILWE goals, income, lifestyle, wealth, and equity, just go and learn.
Yeah.
The worst that can happen is you're like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Hmm.
And so that level of education and increased in awareness really does dispel all of the fears. And then, as far as the financial component, there's a handful of financial partners that I have that I introduce my clients to that are very well versed in helping veterans
Hmm.
through whether it's a veteran discount. It's awesome because many of the possibilities, the businesses that are within my network, many of them offer 100% discount on the franchise fee,
Yeah.
which could save people at least 70 grand, you
Yeah,
know?
I've seen those where to start a franchise, I think I've seen as low as like 7,000 to all the way up to 100,000. And that's a big roadblock.
Yeah. And so if you're able to start a business with a discount of, if it's 10% or 100%,
Mhm.
that's a strong advantage. And I also kind of value that the businesses that are within my network value our veterans, and they show their value by providing that discount. They don't give the discount if you weren't a veteran.
Mhm.
So yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, definitely something that I think hopefully a lot of veterans will see and see the value in, especially you as a coach, coaching them through. Uh, again, no, there's the fear is there, right? But at least you get to take away some of that anxiety because there's no risk other than discovering. And if you like it, great. If you don't, there's other things, you know?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I have about 10 to 12 different pillars of businesses, from the pet feces pickup businesses to lawn care to anything from the roof to the basement, senior care. And the reality is that I'm not a matchmaker, but I'm certainly going to learn a lot about the client so that they understand that maybe a senior care business is exactly what is going to be best for them.
Hmm.
And then education is key. There are many different federal programs that provide financial incentives and support programs for the veterans. And through my network and through the education I provide, they're going to learn a lot. and
Yeah.
they're going to say, wow. I mean, the first thing is veterans have more confidence than the average person because they actually volunteered to serve something beyond themselves.
Yeah.
So to talk to a veteran that is fearful, maybe they're fearful only because they don't
Yeah.
understand. But I don't think that they have the fear of taking the risk
Well,
because
and I think that fear goes away once you, because we're taught to just jump into it and get it done, right?
yeah,
Just like us. I started from an idea to, hey, let's see if I can get other individuals like yourself, other partners, so that I can help veterans along the way. If I don't have the resource, I want to give it to them,
yeah,
right? Um,
absolutely.
yeah, and also my program, I also am a coach, and I'm able to assist in what do you do? What are you planning on? Is it a new business? Is it a better family life? Is it mental health type of improvements? Anything in between? And again, the leadership aspect. Like I'm not an expert, but I've seen the good and the bad, and I've experienced the good and the bad. So that's where I'm coming with the leadership type of, I would say training, but it's more mentoring. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would
So
agree with you. Eddie, I mean, I think you're doing an incredible service to your peers and to the veterans that protect our freedom. I mean, especially if you look at in light of what's happening in the world today,
mhm,
the chaos that we're living in. I think that even if a veteran is able to reach out to you to have a conversation, to know that there's somebody there that cares
mhm,
beyond a family member or a friend, because it's important. And I'll speak for myself as a guy. It's kind of hard to open up, but this one of the I guess silver linings of the pandemic was creating an atmosphere where this two-dimensional world we're living in is acceptable.
yeah,
Would it be better for us to be sitting down and having a beer and having this conversation? Absolutely.
yeah,
But we're probably 4 states away. So yeah.
right. No, and yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we're available everywhere,
Yeah,
anytime and any place, right? I mean, um, that's the beauty of this is being able to reach hundreds of thousands of people that we could potentially help. Uh,
absolutely.
so yeah, I mean, you're doing a great service. I appreciate what you do, and I'm so thankful that we connected. Um,
Yeah,
just out of the whim, right? It was one of those where
incredible.
you're like,
Well,
I don't know.
we were both fearless and joined this, I don't know, online group, and we're like, oh, okay, it was like speed dating. And
Yeah, that's what it was like. Yeah, where you're talking to other owners and other entrepreneurs, and I would give it a shot, right? And then I'm totally glad I did. So
yeah, absolutely. It actually inspired me to actually go to a 3D meetup. I'm actually taking my wife. It's kind of like a meetup and a date,
yeah,
but yeah, why not?
why
I
not?
mean, if I preach being fearless, I'd better be fearless myself. So
Yeah, yeah, good on you. I mean, it sometimes when I do these videos, I'm comfortable, but I'm also like a little bit stiff here and there. But then I start to loosen up because you realize you're just having a conversation.
yep,
Of
absolutely,
course, I'm better one on one, right? But
absolutely.
yeah, no, I appreciate everything you do, and I'm gonna include your information on
Yeah.
this video. But if you want to give your information so that people can go to your website, kind of view it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that my website's pretty long to actually to say the whole thing,
Right.
but I would say that, look, connect with me. The worst that can happen is you're like, yeah, I don't want to do this. But I would say that you can connect with me via email, on LinkedIn, and then I will provide my telephone number, which is 216 5010. Text me, introduce me, telling me, you met me on Eddie's podcast, and I'll give you the link to schedule time with me.
Yeah.
And if you will, if I can just give a really great example of a veteran I'm working with currently.
Yeah.
As I would say, he is a success story in that he kind of went on this journey of really excited to kind of dealing with some emotional and some life gets in the way, if you will. And his journey, what is his journey? So my patience and the way I was able to help coach him was like, look, if you need to take a month off, okay, it's not a big deal.
Mhm.
Um, and ultimately, what he started with, I'm interested in, this kind of future. I want to really do more of like a build my wealth and equity. And so I presented two or three different possibilities to him, and he's like, okay, well, and then through my coaching and the conversations and the relationship we built, he realized that what he really actually likes to do is connect with people and help an individual find, quote, their dream job. And so I introduced him to a business, a recruiting business,
Mhm.
and he has enjoyed every moment of it. He's actually had three conversations with current owners. He texted me last night saying, that it was more rewarding, not only financially, but in the journey of actually talking to current business owners has
Mhm.
really kind of inspired him to continue moving forward. So
Wow.
I knock on wood, I would suspect that he may end up being a business owner in the next 6 weeks or so.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, if and when, I tell my clients it's the point of clarity, right? So when you go on the journey with me, there's two outcomes. One, you get to the point of clarity that you're like, wow, Dan, I really enjoyed myself. I learned a lot about myself, but owning a business isn't right for me.
Mhm.
Okay, great. We remain connected on LinkedIn or friends through text messages or whatever. The second point of clarity is, wow, I know I can be a business owner and I'm super excited. I can't wait to build my opening day. Either outcome, I'm happy and I feel that I'm a success because I'm able to get people to the point where they're educated
Mhm.
and they know what they really want.
And exactly. And even if they're not a quote unquote a business owner afterwards, at least they know now maybe what they want to do
Yeah,
because of the journey.
yeah,
So that's important as well, right? I mean, because
absolutely.
no, it's one of those like we go at your pace. Exactly
Yeah,
like my structure, right? We go at your pace, whatever you're comfortable with. We're not gonna push anything. We're not gonna try to sell you anything. It's just, how can I help? How
I'm
can
not going to be like that person that's at boot camp yelling at you. I'm going to be I'm going to be right there with you. If you run a 20-minute mile, hey, I'm right there beside you.
yeah.
If you run an 8-minute mile, well, I'll see you about 10 minutes later.
Yeah, that was back in the heyday, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, thank you so much for introducing your program and giving us information. And we'll have a lot of this information on my website,
Okay, perfect.
red105.com. So I'll put up your information, and that way people can get a hold of you that way. And then I'll
Yeah,
also put it on the links below so that they can also get a hold of you. But yeah, let me know of any success stories that come your way. Uh,
absolutely.
if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to myself or Dan through web. I have my information on the website as well, email, text. Uh, but yeah, anything else? I think, I mean, man, we covered a lot today. Um,
No, for me it's just like, look, I value every conversation because I'm going to learn something from someone.
mhm,
And ultimately, really I say this sincerely. If you even think, maybe have a conversation with me. The
mhm,
worst that can happen is you're like, yeah, he's either crazy or I don't want to do it.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. Same, right? It's just
Yeah,
a
right.
conversation. And let's see what you're needing and if I can help you with that. Uh,
Indeed.
yeah. So,
Indeed.
well, thank you again, Dan, and
Yeah,
appreciate your time. And we'll get back together maybe and do some success stories in the future.
absolutely. Yeah.
Uh,
I
and
can't wait to introduce you to Sean. really is it not only is a really great guy, but his experience within the military. When he was telling me what he did and what he got to experience, I'm like, man, Sean, you're the person in the story that should be like the commercial that's on at Super Bowl ad saying why you should join the military. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty amazing. But
I know a lot of vets like that, but that they're usually quiet. You know,
yeah,
yeah, and that's just how we are, right? That's how we were trained. You want to do your job, and
do it
that's
well.
it. Yeah, everything else is a cherry on top. But
Yep,
uh,
absolutely.
awesome, yeah. I'll look forward to talking to him and seeing if we can help veterans in his aspect as well. So appreciate your time today, and yeah, we'll get back together soon. All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Everybody have a good one, and I will put this information out, and we'll hope to hear from you.
All
Thanks.
right.